For those of you guys wondering, this is not alcohol. It is merely huckleberry syrup. And you may be wondering, why huckleberry syrup? Because it's the key ingredient to the best drink ever. Oh, don't go too much. You have to have it in a nice tumbler too. I bought these off Amazon. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys don't know me, my name is Hussein. I am a travel photographer, filmmaker, that also does a bunch of EDC and product photography, and I just do all of it. Welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. If you guys haven't seen my last video, it's all about editing with presets. And I got an idea from Lizzie Pierce, who, shout out to her, she's amazing. I don't know why I didn't think of this, but she's a lot smarter than I am, so that works out. Why don't I make my own preset pack? So that's what I did. Today, we're gonna take you through my own preset pack. I'm gonna show you 7 different presets. We're gonna go pretty fast, lightning round. So sit back, relax, grab your Coke Zero and Huckleberry, and come join me. Oh, that's good. All right, so the preset pack is called InsainHusain for now. As you can see, we have 7 Lightroom presets. They're all named after something that I love. So these preset packs are meant for you guys to have a great starting point. I'm gonna emphasize starting point here because you're going to need to tweak them. And that's the great part about presets, is that you can tweak them and you can make them your own. We have a range of presets that I use, from product photos to landscape photos to literally everything. And I've been using these presets for over, I wanna say, a year and a half. And these are all presets that I've made and that I use on a daily basis. And so if you guys are wondering how to edit like me, or want to just get some new presets that might just work for you, check these out. And so we're just gonna dive right in, and we're gonna go, I guess we can go alphabetical. Is that alphabetical? Yeah, I guess. So we're gonna start with Dark Knight. Now, I'm a huge Batman fan, so Dark Knight. As you can see, it is a black and white preset. Now, I love this preset. It is just exactly what you need from a preset. I mean, if you guys want to turn a photo into a black and white photo, this is what you need. This is actually a photo from the Legends Motorcycle Museum in Springville, Utah, of this beautiful Harley, and it just looks so good in black and white. I actually have a photo of this that I took on film with HP5 that looks so good. But yeah, you can pretty much use this on any photo, and the point of Dark Knight is to actually give you a really crisp image. I didn't want to do something with a lot of grain, with a lot of like character, I guess. I don't know, I'm kind of going for very fine art here. And so as you can see, this photo, black and white, but obviously I kind of want to change it up, so I'm going to lift up that exposure, lift up the shadows, and obviously, you know, align them. Honestly, I'm very happy with that. Like, that looks pretty freaking sick. So Dark Knight, worthy of Batman. Okay, so now we're gonna go down to the second one, which is Katana. And I love Katana. And the reason why I named it Katana was because it's so stinking sharp. No, but seriously, I love this preset. It is one of the best presets that I have for specifically product photos. Now, product photos, you never want to go too over the top, so it's pretty simple. It definitely gives your photos a oomph, makes them really pop, but they're not over the top. I really like that. They're pretty simple. So with all these presets, none of them affect your temperature or your tint. That is all for you to decide. So that is something that, you know, if you want a colder image or warmer image, that is up to you. It also does not affect any of your masking or your crop tools. So that's all for you guys to choose. This is another photo of a great knife. I don't know why it's this way. I prefer it this way. But if I use Katana, one click, and I mean, that's just a really crisp image. I would just bring down the highlights a little bit, warm it up, and I mean, I'm happy with that. Katana, super nice. And Katana is really nice for all sorts of photos, whether it's landscape photos, stuff like this. You guys have probably seen this photo if you follow me on Instagram, but I mean, with this photo, I just click Katana, and honestly, it might even be done. I might bring down the highlights just a little bit, maybe up the contrast, but I mean, pretty much said and done. One click and you're good to go. Now we're going to go to the third preset, which is Knucklehead. And the reason why I called it Knucklehead was because this is another black and white preset, but it's a very grainy, very gritty preset. And it just reminds me of those dang awesome Harley Davidsons. Hit Knucklehead, and you have this beautiful black and white photo that if you can tell, has a lot more grain in it. I do like grain in my photos. I feel like it adds a sense of character and a sense of nostalgia that I really do like. And as you can see on this beautiful horsey, just adding that, I mean, it's still beautifully sharp. I mean, keep in mind, this was taken with an R5 with, you know, I think this was taken with a 50mm lens. You know, all these photos are going to be really nice and sharp, which is great, but I want to kind of bring it back into that film, rustic, moody type image. So if like for this, I would just bring up the shadows just a little bit, just to get a little bit on the face, maybe do a masking thing. But honestly, right there, I love it. Knucklehead. That's all you need. Okay, so now we're gonna get into Patina. And Patina is a really specific one. If you guys shoot 35mm film, this is the preset that I use for pretty much all of my 35mm scans and stuff like that. And it's a really simple preset, and it's a great starting point. Patina, literally, all you pretty much does is add contrast, and that is exactly what I need it to do. Usually 35mm photos, they're usually scanned in a pretty flat profile, which is great, but I like to add a little bit of contrast just to make it, you know, pop a little bit more. So as you can see over here, actually let's go back. Over here with this photo, my roommate in his car, he's just chilling there, and I snapped this photo on a moody day, and it just adds a little bit of just oomph. I love that. And then this is just a shot out of a window and add patina. And as you can see, I mean, it already just adds a good amount of contrast. The one thing I would do here is just bring up the shadows so that we get a little bit more of those shadows revealed. And the cool thing about film is that you can really retain a lot of those highlights. So even if I bring those highlights down, you can see the layers of clouds. For me, I like to warm it up just a little bit right about there, but I love that. So patina, because yeah. All right, so the next one we have is Polaroid, and I love Polaroid. It is a really great preset to have for warmer summer daytime photos. This is the reason why. So if I hit Polaroid, boom, one click, and it already warms it up. As you can see, it does add a good amount of grain. I do love grain, so if you guys don't like grain, you can always scroll down to your effects and change the amount of grain that you want. But as you can see, it's just warm, it's nice, I like it. Keep in mind that I chose a lot of these photos, and you know, these might potentially not work for your photos right away. Don't be afraid to change it up. Don't be afraid to edit them further, tweak them. That's what presets are made for, and that's why they are so fun, because they give you a great starting point. For this photo, like, I would definitely add a little bit more contrast, bring down those highlights. I do like a bit more of a contrasty look to my photos, but I do like kind of lifting up those shadows and adding just a little bit more character. So there you go. Polaroid, it's a great one. All right, this one's a fun one. This one's a very effect-heavy preset, and it is called Tardis. If you guys are Doctor Who fans, you might know why. I'll bring you straight back in time, and if you click Tardis, boom! It's just a whirlwind of all the stuff. It's crazy. Tardis is literally a super fun preset that I love to use for specifically making a photo look like an old school film scan that you found in your grandma's attic. It just has that old vibe, and I think it looks really good on photos. Keep in mind, if you are going to use this, to get the really true effect of Tardis, you might want to use a higher aperture, just because depth of field and old time photos kind of don't really go hand in hand. But I love this. It is purposely supposed to be all over the place, so that's why I love this preset. So if you guys want some just fun presets like that, Tardis, it's the way to go. And for the last one, we have probably my favorite preset that I use for 95% of the photos that I take and that you see, and that is Thunder. Now, Thunder is definitely my style. It is very moody, it is very warm, rustic, has that kind of tonality, I guess, and this is like my favorite preset. I love using this. It has everything that I love, from grain. Didn't need to even go overboard on the sharpening. I actually didn't add any sharpening whatsoever, because these cameras are always so sharp already, so they look good. The colors are just warm, they work really well. I think the only thing I would do with this photo is just crop out that light because yeah. And then obviously straighten the rest. That is not straight. Thunder, I love it. One click, boom, it adds just exactly what you need. And again, tweak it, play with it. I'm gonna say this again, none of these affect your temperature or your tint. So, you know, play with that as much as you can. Make sure it is the exact look that you want to use. This is a photo of my tattoo that I showed you before, and I love this preset for that. Actually, I'm pretty sure I edited this photo with this preset, and boom, right there. I just love it. Looks good, exactly my style. And if you're wondering, it also works for landscapes. It works for everything, pretty much. Thunder is a great preset for landscapes. For this, I would bring up the temperature, and I actually did a walkthrough of how I edited this photo in my last video. If you guys want to check that out, the link is in the description. Check it out. It kind of gives you a more in-depth way of how I edit with presets, but I haven't used any of mine in those, so different. Again, another photo from the Tetons. This is of this little shack thing. We had thunder, and I love it. Now I'm gonna straighten it, obviously, and again, keep in mind, this is not ready. Give me 1 second, right? See, that just looks so much better. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys want to pick up these presets, they will be in my website. Check them out. The link is down below. They are only $10. I would love for you to support me, support my family, support this entire journey of us photographers and late night owls or early birds. And plus, I need, you know, to pay for more Huckleberry and Coke Zero. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys use these presets, make sure to tag me in your photos. I want to see them. Have fun, guys. If you guys like this video, give it a like and subscribe because it's fun and I'm gonna move my hands a lot more. So I will see you all later. That was the fastest I've ever shot a video. These presets, they just do exactly what you need to. Cut your editing time in half. I should have started with that. One way to cut your editing time in half. If you guys can't tell, I don't have a teleprompter because I don't need one because I'm an idiot. I wonder if I use one, if that would help. All right, peace.